Very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome to St. Angel Public School Online Economics Classes Part 2, Class 11th Commerce. Today again we will discuss chapter number 1, Introduction, which is from Microeconomics book. As you know that I have already discussed with you what is the meaning of an economy, what is the meaning of an economy. So all of you have understood. I have already discussed with you how many parts of, or we can say how many components of an economy. So there are three components of an economy. First is production, second is consumption, and third is investment. I have already discussed with you what is the meaning of production, what is the meaning of consumption, what is the meaning of investment. But today we will discuss what is the meaning of scarcity. What is the meaning of scarcity? Listen carefully. See here. Scarcity refers to the limitation of supply of resources in relation to demand of resources. So this is the definition of scarcity. So we can define in simply terms is also. Suppose if I am saying that supply of anything is less than demand of anything. If I am saying that supply of anything is less than demand of anything, that situation would be create scarcity of anything. That situation would create condition of scarcity of anything. So see here, there is scarcity is universal. Scarcity is universal. In economics there are two words. First is universal and second is subjective. Suppose if I am saying that scarcity is universal, it means that scarcity will remain for each and every person or an institution or an economy. What I am saying that? I'm saying that if I am saying scarcity is universal, it means that scarcity will remain same for each and every individual, each and every organization, for each and every economy. See, that is every individual, every organization and economy faces scarcity of resources. But I am saying scarcity is subjective. Scarcity is subjective. It means that scarcity will remain different for each and every individual, for each and every organization, for each and every economy. Understood? Suppose someone asks from you, scarcity is universal or subjective. You will say that scarcity is universal. It means that scarcity will remain same for each and every or individual, organization and economy. So I hope all of you have understood what is the meaning of universal and what is the meaning of subjective. Next, see here, we are talking about resources. See here, resources. So how can we classify which thing would be called resources or not? So see here, features of resources. Resources are limited. They have alternative uses. What is the meaning of alternative? Various uses. Suppose if anything consists both of these features, that thing would be called resources, or we can say that thing would be considered as a resources. See here, for example, petrol is resource or not? How can we classify? See here, petrol is limited. It is true, petrol is limited. Petrol is a resource. How can we say that petrol is a resource? See here, petrol is limited and petrol has various uses. Why? Because petrol is used not only in vehicles, in factories also, in aeroplane also, etc. We can say that petrol has various uses. And petrol is limited also. So we can say that petrol consists both of these properties. So we can say that petrol is a resource. I hope all of you have understood how can we classify which thing would be resource or which thing would not be resource. I hope so all of you have understood. See here next, features of wants. Features of wants. See here, I have already discussed is the meaning of consumption, but there is a word wants. There is a word wants because what is the definition of consumption? Consumption is a process in which consumer buys goods and services to fulfill his wants. So what is the meaning of wants? How can we classify which would be wants or not? Wants are unlimited. Wants should be unlimited. And second is wants varies from person to person, time to time and place to place. Suppose there are three persons. So wants of A will be different from wants of B and wants of C. What I'm saying that there are three persons, person A, person B, person C. So I'm saying that wants of A will be different from wants of B and wants of C. So see, I hope all of you have understood what are the features of wants. Suppose if any desire consists two properties, that desire would be considered as a wants. So I hope all of you are aware with the meaning of resources, or we can say features of resources or features of wants. See here next, does scarcity creates problem of choice? You know what is the meaning of scarcity? Scarcity means limitation of supply of resources in relation to demand of resources. We can say that supply of anything is less than demand of anything. Scarcity creates problem of choice. Yes, answer will be yes. You can give explanation by using example of petrol. See here, problem of choice, we can say that another name of problem of choice is economic problem. So problem of choice is also known as economic problem. So question is there, does scarcity creates problem of choice? Yes, we will say yes. But how can we say that scarcity creates problem of choice? You can understand with an example of petrol. How can we say that? Listen carefully. I am saying that petrol is limited. Suppose I have 1 liter petrol. But I want to use petrol in my vehicles also, in my factories also, and in my aeroplane also. See, listen carefully. Petrol is limited only 1 liter, but there are many choice. Suppose if I choose one want, then I have to sacrifice another want. Suppose if I use petrol in my vehicle, then use of factories and aeroplane I have to sacrifice. So you can say that if resources are limited, there will be create problem of choice. Problem of choice is known as economic problem. So what is the meaning of economic problem? Someone asked from you, maybe ask from you, what is the economic problem? You will say that economic problem is a problem of choice. Involving satisfaction of unlimited wants. There are unlimited wants according to my example. What would be the unlimited wants according to my example? Firstly, vehicles, second is factory, and third is aeroplane. So the unlimited wants out of limited resources. Limited resources is petrol, and how much? 1 liter. So you can say that scarcity creates problem of choice. Yes, you can Explain by using example of petrol. I hope all of you have understood this question. See next, reasons for economic problem. Reasons for economic problem. So there are three reasons of economic problem. First is resources are limited. We know that resources are limited. Second is wants are limited. It is true also. Wants are limited. Third is resources have alternative uses. There are two properties of resources. Resources are limited, but they have another property. Resources have alternative uses, and third is wants are unlimited. So all these three reasons are causes of economic problem. So I hope all you have understood